perhaps a far greater westernizing influence than anything learned in school is the fact that Samoa is now on an international air route. For a once isolated people, Samoans are going places, often to the States, where there are no obstacles to a visit or a permanent stay.
Welcome to American Samoa.
As visitors arrive, the possibility opens up for a measure of financial independence from the United States. Official policy in Samoa has aimed at preventing exploitation of the islands at the expense of the people. One long-standing safeguard bars non-Samoans from buying land here. And a recent development is Samoan stock ownership in the new hotel.
First number, ladies and gentlemen, is...
Still, there are problems in maintaining Samoan dignity and pride in the face of new pressures.
Samoan. We have gone to great pains to make sure that you get everything purely Samoan in Samoa.
My special guest is Mr. Joe Bona, who I'm sure some of you know, who certainly knows
Joe Bona, a tour director in Pango Pango, talks to school children.
Hi, Joe.
How do you do, Don? Glad to be here. I think everyone realizes that the policy of the government over here is to make tourists or tourism the most important and the #1 industry on this island.
I want my wife to be with a handsome man once in her life.
All right, I'm next. Andy. It's set right over here for this one. Come on, over the coast. Yeah, that's better. Oh, yeah, but... Oh, wait a minute.
I think if the people here have their big, wide smiles all the time, you know, give it up, and I think people will like to come here. I think this would make the tourist sort of have the feeling that he's one of us, that he'd like to stay with us, and most important of all, to spend his money here. Because without his money, I wouldn't be in a job, and a lot of others wouldn't be in a job. I'd say that's #1 requirement is keep your smiles. In other words, for instance, the school children, keep smiling because it does get you somewhere, particularly with tourists. It brings them over here. It gets them to stay here a little longer. The student can be very helpful there to make the tourist feel welcome. That is, when the visitor asks the questions, the children should be ready, and when they answer their questions, they shouldn't answer with a big frown, you know. This makes things not too good. They should answer with a smile, as the Polynesian are famous for. A Polynesian person is famous for being happy, you know, and I think this is what we should always give to our visitors.
Are there any openings for people in the tourist industry?
Definitely, Don. There's big openings in the tourist industry for any person, really, that's interested.